This is a 30 amp disconnect and it's going to be faulted at 480 volts. And this arc does not sustain. You'll notice that one of the wires jumps the lug 2 cycles into the arc, so we're limited to 2 cycles. And when we take a look at this in slow motion, you get an outstanding look at the hazard that even that small an arc of a very brief duration and that small piece of equipment can pose. You see that the arc is out 5 feet and that there's a significant volume of molten copper thrown much greater distances than that. Frame by frame allows us to slow this down even further and get another excellent look at this arc. This mannequin is wearing 100% cotton non-flame resistant shirt and pants. We have an arc and a resultant clothing fire. The pants didn't quite ignite, but the shirt certainly did. This arc was a little bit smaller than would normally be expected to ignite cotton of the weight the pants are. The firefighter has turned the mannequin head on to the camera now, giving you a better look at the extent of the damage. Let's take a look at that again in super slow motion. We have an arc throwing molten metal especially high and toward the camera this time, also back and to the left of the mannequin. Large amount of molten metal, and as the arc starts to fade and the smoke starts to clear, you see a massive garment fire. It's actually fairly unusual to be able to see the fire that well through the smoke, but this time the smoke stayed low, giving us an excellent opportunity to see just how rapidly this garment becomes fully involved with flame. Instead of looking frame by frame, with this arc we had a camera positioned directly on top of the disconnect, giving us a head-on look at this arc and fire. Look at that. As the smoke clears, the entire shirt is on fire, waist up. Our firefighters come into the scene and pull the mannequin back. You get an even better look at how extensive and how aggressive this fire is. This mannequin is wearing Westex Ultra Soft shirt, pants, and balaclava. We have a 10-calorie arc and a 480-volt disconnect. And after the arc's over, there's no fire on the garment. You do see some fire in the disconnect. There's something continuing to burn in the disconnect, but the Ultra Soft has done its job. You can see in the still frame here, there's no significant damage to the garment and no break opens, primarily a upper leg and lower torso event. And we'll get an even better look at that in our 3,000 frame per second split screen. There's a ton of molten metal coming out in this event at significant distances from the arc itself. If you look at the blue wall in the back with the stripes and the numbers, that's 15 feet from the mannequin, and you can clearly see chunks of molten copper hitting that wall through this entire event.